Have a really good think, because somebody you know could earn you a lot of money for very little effort. Think, who do you know that wants to buy a property in Spain? A colleague, a mate, someone in your family, a friend of a friend? If you know someone, go to welcome-estates.com and click the Refer a Friend link. If they buy, you'll pocket a nice chunky thank you from one of Spain's leading estate agents. T's and C's apply. All details at welcome-estates.com.
Hello all you hardcores out there, it's Russ here from Porky's Corner. Today I'm with the legendary Maurice Joe here at Phil Martin Centre in Moss Side, Manchester. I got it wrong earlier. Said another word. Right, Maurice, how are you doing?
Fantastic, me.
Can I say you're a specimen of a man for 56, you look well.
Thanks.
You train every day, Maurice?
Most days.
Yeah.
Most days.
Let's back up a little bit. You would have probably started about 12-year-old as a boxer, yeah?
16.
16, so 40 years ago.
Yeah.
What made you take up boxing?
Accident. I walked in the gym and I didn't mean to come to it. Turned out to be coming to a gym and it happened to be a boxing gym. And I knew some of the guys in there, and then next thing before you know it, you know, you're training and a lot of competition in the gym, good vibe, good energy in the gym. So, you know, I said, let me join and see what it's about. And then, before you know it, you have one fight and then 2 fights. And then.
Oh, you know, it's sparring Carl Thompson. Did you have a good amateur career, Maurice?
Yeah.
Were you happy with it, what you achieved?
Yeah, I had 67 and 160, so, you know, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. What made you turn pro?
Well, at the time, you know, I was hanging around the amateurs for the Olympics. I was #1, like heavy, so I didn't get picked because I never had no experience.
Was that the 1980 Olympics?
I think it was.
Oh,
yeah.
88?
Yeah.
88, sorry, yeah.
So I got a letter saying that you're not going to get picked. A lot of discussion, a lot of rubbish going on. So everyone in the gym that I was training with, they already turned pro. And I was probably the last out of the bunch, you know, with Tony Cubia, as in Maddox, Hensley Bingham, you know.
Hensley Bingham would train there, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sure you used to train up at Ingles Gym.
Pardon?
Did you train up at Ingles Gym at one point?
No.
I might have seen him sparring up there one day then.
Say again?
I might have seen him sparring up there.
Yeah.
He was a fighter on Hensley Bingham.
Yeah, proper fighter, him left up Bingham, we call him.
What weight did you fight at back in the day? I think you were like heavyweight, Maurice, yeah? And was that easy for you to make back then?
Yeah, because I was always in the gym training, so,
yeah.
You know, it was around that, just over that weight, so it's okay.
You know, in them days you got weighed on night, didn't you? Did you prefer that or today's weigh-ins?
Well, I know they're saying that, you know, from safety procedures that it's, you know, it's weighing the day before and obviously you can get nutrients back in your body. So on that basis, it's better, but I prefer the night because I know that nothing else ain't going in the body and I'm walking around at that weight anyway, so I'm feeling pretty strong as it was.
Yeah. If you were fighting today, who would you like to fight at your weight?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
Do you think there's too many fights today, Maurice, not getting made because so-and-so wants to wear certain gloves, walk out first or second, all this nonsense?
There's a lot of fuss going on, you know. You can't compare today with back in the day. Back in the day, you know, you want to fight whoever is the best and you want to fight them and that's it. There's no big things going on. I know it's probably the fighters do want to fight the fighters probably, but you know, it's probably more than likely the managers and the promoters, they probably got beef going on and
with other promoter, yeah.
Yeah, you know that, you know, it's in this 70-30 business and 50-50, you know, it's gonna fight the person, that's it, improve. But one thing I do think is that there's too many belts. Too many belts out there, you know. I like it the old school, you know, BA, BC, you know, that's it, 3 belts and done.
You've got a British title, haven't you, Morris?
Yeah.
What other belts have you got?
That's it.
That's it, British title. Did you win it outright?
No.
But you've got a British title, haven't you?
Yeah.
Is that, you're proud of that, aren't you?
Yeah, because...
Yeah, have you still got your belt?
No.
You haven't got your belt?
No.
Why have you not got your belt?
You're supposed to win it 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
I won it twice.
Yeah. It's I don't know what to think of that because you probably see my video with Julian McGowan regarding Gary Sykes' situation with his belt, and they're saying that Carl Johansson, the board, want a mandatory, but it would have better Manderson, the one that got injured.
Right, okay, yeah.
But my opinion of it is this: the belts that expensive to make, they don't give them out because they're like 12 grand, aren't they now?
Yeah.
Whereas the WBC ones, they're a lot cheaper, aren't they? They're about 2,000.
And that's why everyone says, you know, the British title belt is...
That's why they make you win it outright because of the cost. Now I think that if you win a British title, they should just give you a belt. That's what I think. You would love a British title on mantelpiece, wouldn't you?
I like that. You know, I understand it though, that saying that you got to win it 3 times because of the cost and everything else. You know, so they don't want to give them belts out too often, do they? You know,
no.
Especially the board spending all that kind of money. You know?
I know. Yeah. What do you think about this Saudi rumour? What do you think about it? The Saudi rumour. The
Saudi rumour. What's that?
Joshua against Wilder, Usyk, Fury, and then the winners will fight and then losers will fight. It's four fights.
To me, this should be fighting anyway.
Yeah.
You know, forget this whatever rules or new game or whatever it is you're going to call it. They need to be fighting each other anyway. If you want to talk about you're number one, well, prove that you're number one and fight each other. You don't need to go into a competition to win the fights, win or lose the fights, lose a rubbish. You know?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, I think it's just to get money, basically. But I don't think it's going to happen. I know I'm being harsh saying that. I want it to happen, but if you lined them all up against the wall, all the characters involved in it, who would you believe?
Boxing's got to sell in it somehow, you know. So
we need this tournament, don't we, Morris?
Yeah, they're trying to make it. Look, they've got MMA out there, which is kicking at the moment. And you know, if you think about it, you know, the fights, a lot of people are turning into MMA than boxing. And it is worrying. People saying that no, boxing's on the up, but you know, you're pulling strokes like this, you know, to get more pundits. It proves that, you know, it's not on the up.
What do you think to the drug situation in boxing at the moment with this content situation, Morris?
I think that, you know, I think that's been highlighted more now, more stringent now in boxing, and I think there's more legalities going on now. I think it's always been going on, but I think people are getting, you know, found out more now about different things because it's more tight, you know.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Is there any? Have you got any regrets, Morris, with your career? Is there something you wish you'd have done a bit differently?
I wish I did fight Crawford Ashley.
You wish you'd
because he's
lovely, Crawford.
Listen, I got all the respect for that guy.
He speaks up highly of you, Morris.
Respect for that guy, you know.
We love you, Crawford.
Yeah, we do. Listen, I used to watch him. First time I watched him was when he first time I watched him when he boxed Carl Thompson.
Yeah.
And I seen what he done.
He beat Carl Thompson, didn't he?
Right, yeah. And I seen what he done to him. And I didn't think that I'd be getting a chance to fight him at all, but you know, it turned out we did. But get something right, Crawford. Listen, I was not running from you. I know you said that. I was not running from you, boy. Remember that. So anyway. I'm
going to get Crawford on it next couple of weeks actually, because he always bigs you up. Here's the cat. You know my best videos, Crawford's in it, my best video.
Yeah, listen, that guy there, knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable.
Very, very knowledgeable about boxing. Old school guy and knowledgeable. I've got all the respect for that boy. All the respect.
Hey, listen, Crawford's been through Minter, but he's a fighter.
Yeah.
He's doing alright, I'm glad.
Loved him, man, loved him. I like that, you know.
He punished you that night though, didn't he, Morris?
Yeah, listen, man, listen, if me and him had a good fight, you know, I'd have loved him, boy. I got his stablemate, Noel McGee, but he was next.
Alright, well listen, it's been great to have you on, Morris.
Yeah.
You're a legendary Manchester fight figure. I hear loads of fantastic stories of Joe G about you.
What does Morris do now? Is he part of this gym or?
I sell drugs, me now.
No. Are you part of the gym, Morris?
Drugs?
No, he's only joking.
I'm messing, yeah. Yeah, I run the place, obviously. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Part of 90%,
yeah. 100%, yeah. The champs gamble never go away from nothing, you know. Porky said that I was down in Sheffield, was down there for a while with your boy, Nassim Ahmed, and I was doing his fitness and all this stuff. But then, even he asked me to start a gym over there with him, and I said no, come back here.
This is where you're loyal.
This is, I'd never go away from this place. Yeah. This is where it started, this is where it's going to finish for me.
And is Joe involved now, yeah?
100%, yeah. He's the other loyal person that's here.
He's?
Joe is the other loyal person that's here.
Right, okay.
Loyalty goes a long way in boxing.
And are you two running this gym? Is that how it's working?
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right then, Morris. Well, all the best.
Thanks.
And you'll be seeing more of me, Morris.
Good to see you.
You'll be sick of me soon, you know, Morris.
Listen, we're always here. The door's always open for you all, you know what I mean?
Thank you very much, man. It's very welcome to Gary.
Thank you.
Cheers, pal. All right. Hello all you hardcores out there, how are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner. Today we're joined by Joe G, legendary Manchester fight trainer. How are you doing, Joe?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Somebody just pointed it out to me that you're the most successful single trainer in the country. But then somebody else said, oh no, it's the Ingle gym. I said, well, yours is the most successful as a single trainer, but the actual Ingle gym, that's not a single, is it? Because Dominic took over from Dad, didn't he? So who's in front, you or Ingles?
Listen, I'll leave that for other people to discuss. Yeah. Listen,
only banter.
Yeah, I got on very well with Dom and John over there, and also had huge respect for Brendan, as did Phil Martin.
Yeah.
So the healthy relationship.
Well, these two gyms have been going, they're like about 50 mile apart, but they've been going now for 50 years, haven't they, more or less?
Phil started this up in 81, so you take that from there.
Brendan had been going about 7 years then, wasn't he?
Yeah, so and both great characters, both huge personalities in the sport, both did a lot for the communities, and both had great success stories that never went in a ring, that what people used the gym to develop the work ethic and the discipline to go into becoming successful in different fields of work, whether it be a car mechanic, a lawyer, painter, decorator. So there's a lot of good success stories that went through both gymnasiums that didn't box.
Yeah, it's looking smart in here. We've got a lot of punch bags up, a lot of old pictures. Like to see old pictures and that. Michael Brodie used to train here, didn't he? Who else?
Yeah, Brodie trained here when he was with Ray Farrell. Michael Jones trained here under Ray Farrell. Obviously Carl Thompson, Frank Grant, Maurice Joe.
You'll have seen some good sparring in here, Joe, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Bingham, Eric Noy, Barry Michaels from Australia, he was over here for a while as well. So yeah, no, the gym's a fantastic gym. Like I say, Champs Camp. It's unfortunate Phil.
John Murray. John Murray?
Yeah, John Murray was there for a little bit. Steve Foster won the European title here as well. So yeah, like I say, Phil passed away at 44, age 44, and he was at no age whatsoever. Carl had just won the European title, and he passed away. So the gym's still there, the legacy still continues, and I moved back here a couple of weeks ago now, and the fighters are in, they're loving it, and there's a great buzz about the place.
Who's the other trainers here at the moment? Now Quigg's training fighters, isn't he?
Quigg's here with me. Marcus Morrison's just got his boxing board licence, but obviously Morris Coe's here, and then in the night time it's absolutely packed full of amateurs. So Moss Side ABC is one here as well.
Do you get any help in community with people helping you out, Joe?
Yeah, in the daytime now, if you look around you, there's people that are saying, hey, the community that come here and use it as a community. Us as a professionals, we use it in the morning till around 1 o'clock.
So world champions can train with public?
Yeah.
So there's no divas?
There never has been any divas in this gymnasium, either in my gymnasium or in this gymnasium. That's never tolerated.
What have you got lined up for your fighters at the moment? What's happening with Marcus Morrison? And
well, listen, we've got a busy schedule coming up. May the 6th, we've got Macaulay McGowan fighting Tyler Denner for the English title. Then May the 12th, we've got Jose Burton versus Zorro on a BT Frank Warren show. May the 27th, we've got Callum Thompson out in Belfast. June, got a busy June. We've got Natasha Jonas back out. Mark Heffron, Zach Chella. Who else? Clark Smith. Charlie Edwards, Paul Butler, Josh Holmes, Jack Massa. Got a busy.
Got a big stable here, Joe, haven't you now?
Yeah, 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah.
2 years ago, people were saying on social media you were finished and washed up, Joe. You know what I'm on about, don't you? Obviously, you went away, rebuilt. Well, you didn't rebuild, you just added, didn't you, to what you had? Yeah. And now you're probably as strong as you were about 9-10 years ago, aren't you now? Yeah, if not stronger.
Yeah, actually, if you look at the stable of fighters that we've got now, listen, it's a good mix. We've brought some young blood in that's motivating the old blood. Got some good experienced people in the gymnasium like Butler, Natasha, Jose Burton, but with the young ones coming through like Callum Thompson, Josh Holmes, Clark Smith, Josh, Jake Dodd, who's just turned professional after winning a medal at Commonwealth Games. Got some really good fighters on all levels, so the gym's in a good place at the moment. It's a big few months ahead and they've all got to knuckle down, get the wins and move on.
Tell me about Clark Smith.
The good kid Clark Smith, he's one that I really think will do something and really will be in the
People
next 4 or 5 years.
People are saying he's going to go away, aren't they? The quiet word is he's going to go away.
Well, I think so, but like I said, I don't want no one to rush him. I want him to learn his trade, I want him to get to 10, 12 fights, and have around 50, 60 rounds experience under his belt. I don't want him to be knocking everyone out in the first round, everyone else. I want him to learn his craft, that when he has to go through the door, there's no turning back. He'll be well educated and well developed, that he can have a good career. You
mean like Joe Joyce had 15 fights and they put him in with Zhang and he'd never dealt with anything like that? He found wanting, wasn't he?
Yeah, listen, it was a good fight that at the weekend. You've got to take credit for both fighters, that both of them took it. It was a huge risk for Joe Joyce. He could have sat in it and everything else, but he didn't. He went in there, and Zhang, he did very well. Obviously people forget he was an Olympian himself, and it'll be interesting to see. A lot of people thought he'd beat Hrgovic, so if he would have done that, it's 2 good wins on the bounce for Zhang now, and we'll see whether he can get a big shot against a Wilder, a Fiore or an Usyk. From what I read the other day, there was 12 million pay-per-view in China for Zhang. He's got to be a huge star over there now.
Yeah, have you? You've probably seen the. I don't know if you read newspapers or go online. Don't you read newspapers, Joe? No more. Well, Dylan White's called him out yesterday. Whoops, Dylan White's called Zhang out in China, and Derek Warchizora, they're willing to go to China to fight Zhang.
I know, but Zhang's most probably thinking, you're not got to do nothing for me. What's he got to get out of fighting them? Zhang's thinking, Zhang wants Tyson Fury, he wants Usyk, he wants Deontay Wilder. He's not got to, what's Zhang thinking by fighting Chisora, Dylan White? What they got to do for him?
Yeah, I don't see them getting it mixed for Zhang. I think he'd deal with both of them. I'm not being detrimental to them, I just think they're spent forces now.
You just got to look at the last performances, haven't they? Like Derek got stopped and Dylan got knocked out. I think it's Dylan fought.
He wouldn't want to beat Franklin, didn't he? But they said he got beat, didn't they? A lot of people.
But listen, they're at the tail end of the careers now, and everyone should put focus into the new blood coming into the sport.
That Zhang seems to be on everybody's lips at the moment, doesn't it? Cat shit, get ganged.
Yeah, I think it's for the fact that he fought Joe Joyce, and people thought he was unlucky against Hrgovic. Even the other night when I was watching it, the missus said to me, "Who's that like a Chinese Elvis?" Joe came to the ring with the dressing, his boxing robe on. It had a bit of Elvis Presley about him, so yeah, he's a character, and I think people are tuning to watch him again.
Yeah, I'd tune in to watch him again. I think he's funny, isn't he?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
He's got a bit of a cult following amongst all hardcores now.
Yes.
But, alright then. Do you see Usyk and Fury happening, or would you like to see it happen, Joe?
So we all love to see it happen. That's what boxing's about. We want to see the best fighting the best, and the unification, and to have all them belts on the line. That fight can happen without any belts. Everyone just wants to see the best fight the best. And like Deontay Wilder, they'll all love to see Wilder versus Usyk. Do you know what I mean? That's another good fight. Usyk versus Zhang. They're good fights, and hopefully they'll get made this year.
Do you think, Joe, that Tyson Fury, Usyk, Joshua Wilder, them four, if it happens in Saudi and they have a first and second, third and fourth, whatever, 4 fights, 400 million, they're saying, if them fights happen, should it be for the Ring magazine and all the belts, the other 5 belts, IBO, IBF, WBC, WBA, WBO, them 5 belts, they could be fought by 20 fighters, 4 fighters each belt, couldn't they? 2 semi-finals. Yeah. So the point I was trying to make is 5 belts, free them up and let them fight for Ring magazine. Free up all them belts. Get 4 men having 2 semi-finals to fight for each of them belts. That's what I think we should do. If we're going to scatter them, scatter them. They're going to get scattered anyway. They never get put together as one, do they? Anyway, as undisputed. So, they could. Do you think that's a good idea, man? Or am I talking nonsense, Joe?
You just got to dilute the world heavyweight title. You have people walking around like, I'm world heavyweight champion, and I'm so you'd have like 6 world heavyweight champions. And the thing about undisputed, you have 1. And listen, people say like Joshua and that, but. Certainly Joshua in his last performance he did well, but you won't put him in the top 3, top 4 heavyweights in the world. No. So if you throw Chang into that mix, that's a good one. Chang and Wilder, people would watch that, and Fury and Usyk.
Zhang and Josh.
Do you know I'm surprised that Eddie Hills was not screaming from the rafters about Zhang and Joshua fighting? Because they fought in Olympics, didn't they, these two? So why not? Don't want that smoke, do you, Eddie? Get Zhang fought. You need a win. That's what you need. You mind parking your son up, waiting for big dollars? Get Zhang fought. Peace out.
Well, they'd watch that, wouldn't they?
Do Joyce and Joshua.
So it's just that I was listening to something on radio and somebody said that Billy Nelson had said all belts should be split up and they should fight for Ring Magazine. Because he wants McCauley mix, obviously, doesn't he?
Or you could bring back the Muhammad Ali trophy and do a heavyweight Muhammad Ali
like the
trophy.
WBSS?
Yes, they could do a heavyweight one of them with them boys in it.
I think you've won one of them, haven't you, Joe?
Yeah. Yeah, I've made the first one, so that was good.
Yeah. The boxing media, Joe. People are coming out and saying things and then they're changing their opinions on very serious issues in 14 days. What is the answer here with this boxing media stuff? Because nobody's asking proper questions. I've not seen anybody ask Eddie Hearn about Dr. Usman.
Right. Dr. Usman. Why is none of the mainstream media asking Eddie Hills, Conor Benn, Charlie Sims, Tony Sims, Nigel Benn, all of them? Piers Morgan didn't ask it. Why is nobody asking about Dr. Usman? Why not? Why not? You know. You know.
On this Conor Benn sit downs, nobody's asking Piers Morgan about Usman, or Piers Morgan asking him about him. What's the best solution for all this now to move forward? Should Conor Benn go guilty, or should he just ride it out?
Well, from what I heard today, I've seen social media, he's been suspended by the board with UCAD, and he's submitted his documents to UCAD now, and he's been suspended, or they're looking into it. So I was watching social media, listen, the hardcore journalists years ago, even like Harry Mullen, who had boxing news at the time, and the Joe journalists, they'd ask Mickey Duff the questions, they'd ask Frank Warren the questions, and them type of promoters at the time would take the questions and answer them, but they won't fall out of them and ban them or won't give them accreditation. A lot of journalists these days are so-called journalists, just turn up and don't want to upset the apple cart and won't ask the questions because they don't want to lose their accreditation or their access into a weigh-in, a press conference or a show on the night, which is sad really, and I think it's been very refreshing to see Simon Jordan and them on TalkSport keeping everything out there in the public eye. So yeah, listen, that's how it is, and you just got to get on with it. That's it. But you know who to talk to and not talk to. Most of them are just pigeon carriers that just come in to get a bit of information and the report back to whoever.
Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.